And good morning to everybody, to Vin Yen. So glad to see you. Today's practice will focus on the hips. And we'll begin with Shavasana. So come to your back, lying on your back. Settle in by wiggling around, making sure that your shoulders are flat on the ground. And as you find your space, take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Relax your brow, space around your eyes, your jaw, throat, and shoulders. Inhale fully. Sigh out your breath. As you lie here, notice how your body naturally relaxes into your mat with every exhalation. It's almost as if the earth is receiving you in her arms, cradling you, every muscle relaxing. Your mat is a place of connection. You are connected to each other. You're connected to the earth. Identify your strongest, most heartfelt connection in your life, and bring that entity, that person, maybe it's an ideal, whatever it is, bring that to your mat today, right now, and notice how inviting that entity, person, ideal, how that had changed how you felt. Just the consciousness. And let that flood through your body. Making you stronger from your heart space out. With your next 2 breaths, as you inhale, feel your entire body expand. Use your exhalation to send that strength, peace to someone in your life who may need it now. Do that one more time. And slowly come back to awareness, wiggling your fingers and toes, roll your hands, roll your feet, waking up your body, starting with the extremities. Take a good morning stretch. As you inhale, raise your arms up toward the ceiling, overhead, arch your back, point your toes, deep breath, full extension. Exhale, gather just your right knee into your chest. Notice what the rest of your body does. If your left leg is lifted, flex your left ankle and make your left leg heavy. Flex your right ankle. Tuck your chin slightly. Feel your entire spine press down. This stretch is important for your spine and your low back health. It helps address asymmetry in the sacrum, the biggest bone in your low back, in your spine. Release, stretch. Good morning, stretch. Big extension. Arch your back. Reach and open your fingers. Open your toes apart. Spread. Exhaling, hug your left knee in. Start with a heavy right leg. Flex your right ankle. Create the heaviness by engaging your leg muscles. Tuck your chin slightly. Draw your left knee a little closer to you, compressing your low abdomen and your lymph nodes. This is great work for your lymphatic system, which boosts your immune response. Release. Reach, stretch, arch, spread, open wide, gather both knees into your chest. You may hold on behind your knees or around your knees, holding onto opposite elbows. You may have been active already this morning and your back may be ready for a little bit more compression. Point your toes, stretching the shins. Flex your ankles, stretching the calf muscles. Point. Notice the differences in your feet. Is one foot a different height than its mate? And flex. Observing imbalances in your body is educational. It helps you be aware of where they may be. Take one more breath in, relax your feet. As you exhale, compress your thighs toward your belly, then press your tailbone down toward the floor. Sort of a tug of war. You're hugging in, you're pressing down with tailbone. Release. Place your palms on your knees, circle your knees apart toward one another, and then reverse the circles. Twice more. What do you notice about your hips today? Does one feel like it's snappy and crackly? Hug in. Bring your feet to the floor. Set up for figure 4 bridge. Crossing your right ankle on top of left thigh. Shimmy your left foot center of your mat. Inhale, lift your hips off the floor. It doesn't have to be high. You will notice a stretch in your right hip. Bring your spine down, vertebra by vertebra. Do that twice more. Inhale, lift, maybe a little higher. Tuck your chin, gaze to the ceiling. Lower your hips down. One more time, figure 4 bridge. Lift and release. Bring your feet as wide as your mat. Windshield wiper. Your knees side to side. Extend your arms out to the side. Palms down. As your knees drop to one side, flip just that palm up. Try. As your knees move to the opposite side, flip opposite palm up. So this is brain work here. Wherever your knees are pointing, that palm is flipped up. You're also warming up your deep shoulder, and the outer and inner hips. You do a lot of brain work on the yoga mat anytime you do cross body. The next time your knees drop to one side, doesn't matter which, set up for figure four bridge, second side. Walk your feet in. Walk your right foot sort of center of your mat, cross left ankle on top. Flex your left ankle. With your palms down for balance, lift your hips up. See how high you can go this side. Articulate your spine down. It's a little less open to articulate in figure four. Inhale, lift up, and articulate down. So slow and controlled movement. That's what you're going for here. Lift last time up. You go up one more inch and release down. Hug your knees in to release. Curl your forehead up. Point and flex your toes. When your ankles are flexed, stay where you are. Spread your toes wide. See if you can see your toes. Are there toes that aren't spreading? Sometimes they're obstinate. Release. Roll to face the screen. Prop yourself up on your elbow. Bend your knees. You can bring your hand down in front of you for support. Coming into a modified side plank. Lift your hips off the ground. You will notice immediately if you put your hand on your waist how hard your muscles are working. Notice that your elbow is right under your shoulder. Your chest is slightly lifted. Let's pulse down 3 times. Lift once, twice, stay on the third. Lift just your upper knee. Once, twice. I know it's burning. Hold here. 3 kicks. Straighten your leg. Bring your heel to your seat. 1, 2, 3. Lower your knee. Lower down. Nice work. Come to your second side. You can flip or move laterally. Set up for success. Press your hips up and 3 taps together. Lift once, twice, 3 times. Hold. This is all obliques and outer hip. I know you can feel it. Lift your top knee. Lift. 2. Last time, stay with it. Extend your leg long. Kick your heel to your seat. Twice more. You don't need much. This is core. Release knee. Drop your hips. Roll to your belly. And if you can, match how I look on the screen with how you are in your room, and that will just help you follow along. So set yourself up. Come all the way to your belly. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Untuck your toes. Squeeze your elbows into your side. Keep your gaze long, neck long. Inhale. Hover your upper body off the floor. Hands and chest come off the floor an inch. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Bring your arms out to goalpost arms. Lift your elbows and hands up. Release down and rest. Inhale, lift just your chest. Lift your goalpost arms. Touch your fingers above your head and then bring your elbows to your side. Lower down. Let's add on. Inhale, lift, float everything up. Touch above. Bring your elbows in, hold, squeeze your heels together and lower. Inhale, lift, touch, elbows in, squeeze your heels and lift your legs up. Locust pose. Exhale, lower down. Let's bring it all together. Inhale, lift everything off the ground, balancing on your belly. Touch your fingers above your head. Dig your elbows to your side. Lift your legs up another inch and release. Nice work. Press back to child's pose. Hips come back to heels. Spread your knees apart. Reach your arms forward. Bring your forehead down to your mat. Staying in extended child's pose, you may feel like bringing your hands close enough together to touch and then press your body to one side and the other. So this may be just a sheer side-to-side motion. If you want to get more dynamic, think about your body making the shape of a smile. So when you come center, you dip down, and then when you move out to the side, your body comes up slightly, dipping down, over to the side, coming up slightly. You'll notice your forehead grazes the floor maybe as you come to center, side to side lift a few times. This is opening up the lats. This is excellent for the spine and the outer hips. Come center, hold steady. Moving slowly to table. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Untuck your toes behind you. Press backward. As you press backward, open your arm up. As you come forward to table, plant your hand down, lift your opposite hand up, spinal balance, opposite leg. Let's do that together, starting from table. Press back, open. This is thoracic spinal opening. Table, spinal balance, opposite hand lifting. Let's do second side. As you press backward, open your arm up. Come forward to table. Raise opposite arm and then opposite leg. Let's switch sides. Press back, open, table, opposite arm and leg. Press back, open, table, opposite arm, opposite leg. This is thinking one more time each side. Press backward. As you open up, stay here. Straighten your arms, spread your fingers wide, press your arm against an invisible glass window. Feel the stretch in the front of your chest, the strength underneath your shoulder blades. Look down to table, opposite arm, opposite leg. Hold your spinal balance. Flex your ankle, press your heel backward, reach forward. Release to table. Press back one more time, take the twist. Open, hold, straighten your arms, spread your fingers wide, press your straight arm further back. A lot going on. Reflexes happening to open up your chest. Come back down to table. Reach opposite arm forward, opposite leg back, flex your ankle, and release. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Walk out your dog. Shake your head. Spread your fingers wide apart. Your down dog is so valuable to your hand health as well as to your foot health. So the walking dog helps open up your Achilles tendon, staving off plantar fasciitis. Spreading your fingers wide apart, really grounding down through your hands, stretches the muscles in your palm. And that is so important to help you with arthritis if you have that in your family. Holding dog. Stay here. We'll be here for about 5 breaths. Press your feet down and try to tear the mat apart with your feet. Notice how your outer hips kick in. Palms down, same thing. Tear the mat apart with your hands. Feel your outer shoulders kick in. Let's switch the focus. Press your palms down and then press forward like you're trying to press and stretch the mat away. Lift your tailbone slightly. Wonderful. Walk your hands backward. Deep knee bend. Straighten your legs. Shake your head. Deep knee bend. Straighten your legs. Shake your head. This is work for strong hamstrings. You're also telling your spine it's time to let go, this dynamic work. The next time you are in a squat, straighten your legs, look behind you, deep knee squat from side to side. One side to the next, beginning to open up the groin, part of the hip complex that when it's tight can cause pain, but it's harder to identify. It's a quieter tightness that you may not even know is there. Come center, wide-legged forward fold. Look forward, walk your hands onto your hips, flatten out your back. Press your feet into the floor, try to tear the mat apart, the floor apart, and then squeeze your feet together like you're buckling the floor. Just keep your back flat. Slowly, you are slowly ready to stand up. Slowly ready to stand up. Open your arms wide in a gesture of abundance, openness. Flip your palms up, press your thumbs backward. Squeeze the floor with your feet. Feel how strong you are. Step your feet together. Palms together, thumbs at third eye. For wisdom, to your lips for truth, to heart center for compassion. Self and compassion for others. Open your arms down, up, gaze up. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, halfway up. Stretch your arms backward. Exhale, walk your hands forward. Slow, slow, slow. To plank. Drop your knees to the ground. Slow drop into chaturanga. Untuck your toes. As you inhale, press your chest forward. Gaze over one shoulder. And then the opposite shoulder, stretching out the hip flexors. Feels great. Press your hips backward. Inhale through table, tucking your toes, press your hips up. Walk your dog. Walk your hands backward, building strength in your shoulders. Heel toe your feet toward one another. Inhale, come up halfway like you're diving off a diving board. Reach your arms backward, palms facing down. Squeeze your pinkies toward one another. Do you feel the shaking happening as your triceps get strong? And forward fold. Inhale, slowly coming up. Press your straight arms further backward. This helps open up your chest. So important for how you walk through this world. Palms above you, thumbs through third eye, to lips, to heart. Wisdom, truth, and compassion. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway up like you're diving, super strong. Touch the ground like you are a cat in the woods. Walk your hands forward to plank. You can drop your knees down or take a full chaturanga dandasana, untucking your toes for upward facing dog. Knees off the ground or on the ground. Gazing over your shoulder, one direction and then the opposite. Drop your knees to the ground, press back to child's pose. In your child's pose, you can extend your arms forward, maybe bringing your hands to prayer and resting your prayer hands on the back of your neck, the nape of your neck. Release. Coming up through table pose, tuck your toes, press back to downward dog. Walking out your dog. Raise your right leg parallel to the ground. Kick your heel in. Lift your knee out to the side. Keep your gaze down. Hydrant dog. You'll be opening up your hips a little bit more. Gaze forward. Slowly step your foot forward to warrior one stance. Warrior one stance. Back foot comes to 45 degrees. Come up slowly. That builds strength in your back. As you come up to warrior one, your stance is a little narrower. Both hips are pointing forward. Inhale, raise your arms up. Thumbs pointing behind you, palms facing one another. Open your arms to goalposts. Tuck your chin. Bring your elbows to touch, palms to touch. Inhale, open. Exhale, tuck and touch. Inhale, open. Stay open. Open your arms to a T. Flip your palms to face the back. Interlace your hands behind your low back. Maybe straightening your arms in the bind. Palms together, release just your pointer fingers. This is Kali Mudra. Maybe lifting your arms off your back. You don't have to do any of this. Tuck your chin, forward fold, humble warrior. Release to warrior two. Warrior two, taking a wider stance. Open your arms to a T. Extend through so strongly that I could set a glass on the top of your hand. Spread your fingers even wider than you ever have. Drop your knee down so that it's just over your second toe and you can see your toes. Flip just your front palm and then reverse. This is a full twist of your upper arm bone in your shoulder socket. Lock out your elbows as best you can. You're stretching out your forearms. You are stretching through your fingertips. Make this like you're casting a spell in one direction and the reverse direction. Hold your warrior two. High crescent pose. Drop your back hand down, forward, tuck your back toes under. Bend your back knee slightly, lift your fingertips up to the sky. Taking a twist. Drop your right arm down and backward, gaze behind you. Reach your fingertips in opposite directions, straighten your spine, lots going on. Hold your balance, use your feet. Inhale, look forward, reach forward, look down. Bring your left hand down, right arm up, take the twist. Straighten your arm, press your straight arm further back. Gaze up if you can. Look down, bring both fingertips down. Drop your back knee to the ground, Anjaneyasana. Front knee is at 90. Slowly come up in low lunge. Hip opener on the left hip. Now you can stay here enjoying the stretch or take your hands behind your back, stacking your hands. Straighten your spine. Engage your back glute on the left. That will help you keep your balance. Add the head roll if you would like. This is balance, this is strength, this is flexibility, this is everything. So it is your choose your own adventure day. Tuck your chin, gaze forward, gaze up. Bring both hands down. Step your right foot backward. Child's pose or puppy pose, your choice. If you would like to practice puppy, walk your hands forward. Rest your forehead on the ground. Your glutes are sticking up in the air, toes are untucked. Flatten your palms, spread your hands wide, block out your elbows, and as you press the mat away and forward, just like you did in down dog, resist your seat going backward by lifting your tailbone. This is sort of a quasi tug of war here. Child's pose. Join us in table pose. Tuck your back toes. Press up to downward facing dog. Gaze forward, tiptoe all the way to your hands. Forward fold, exhale, shake it out. Inhale, halfway up like you're diving. Stay in your dive, building strength in your back. Flip your palms. Try to press your pinkies closer together. Look at your toes. Lift just your big toes only. Articulate just the big toes off the mat. And then reverse. Big toes down, the other four up. The four down, the big up. And then reverse. Oh, they don't want to obey, do they? Naughty children, forward fold, exhale. Inhale, standing all the way up. Press your straight arms behind you. Make coming up as mindful as any other pose you take in this class. Palms together. Thumbs through third eye, to your lips, to heart, center. Step your feet out wide to face the screen in a wide leg stance. Knee bend from side to side. Make these as shallow and gentle as you need. You know your practice. If you'd like, you can take these knee bends as wide apart as you need. So either way, high, low, pause, or flow. The next time you bend to the left, hold. Bring your hand down and reach your right arm up. Take an open twist. Come center mindfully and switch sides. High or low, doesn't matter. Slowly working deeper into the spine, coming all the way up to a wide-legged forward fold. Open your arms to a T. Interlace your hands behind your back. Notice your toes pointing forward, perhaps straightening your arm. Tuck your chin. Slight knee bend brings you down. Release your fingertips down to the ground. Come up halfway, hands on your hips. Squeeze the floor with your feet. Tear the floor apart with your feet. Notice the muscles at work. Squeeze your floor and then slowly come to standing. Open your arms to a T. Turn to face the opposite side of your mat. Step. Bring your palms together. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Forward fold, exhale. Coming up halfway. Touch the ground. Option, you can come to a vinyasa, optional vinyasa, or right to down dog. Walk it out. Left side. Raise your left leg up. Bend your knee, bring your heel in. Lift your knee out to the side. Keep your palms with even pressure on your mat. Lift your knee up. Hydrant dog. Gaze forward. Bring your foot forward between your hands. Warrior one. Bring your back foot to about 45 degrees. Slowly come up. Slow is strong. It's also very healthy for your blood pressure. Notice that your body is facing the same direction as your knee. Raise your arms up. Press your thumbs backward, palms facing one another. Flip your palms forward, bend your elbows, tuck your chin, touch your elbows, touch your palms. This is a standing cat-cow. So think about your spine curving forward and opening up. Hold here. Take the bind, reach your arms behind you, interlace your hands. Maybe straighten your elbows and forward fold. Going upside down in your practice. Many of you know how good that is for your brain. Fresh oxygenated blood flowing through your spinal column. Inhale, coming up, open up to warrior two. Slow motion. Almost like you're in a Tai Chi class. Check your knee alignment. Make sure you can see your toes. Knee over second toe will build a strong outer hip. Begin twisting your arms in your shoulder socket by flipping one palm and then the other. Create a mindful movement with a straight spine, strong legs, light toes, firm arms, toned belly. Warrior two becomes high crescent. Reach your arm forward, tuck your back toes under, set up with a wider stance for balance. Lift your fingertips up. If this is where you are, stay here. Otherwise, if you'd like to explore further, drop your arm down, take the twist. Your belly will face your bent knee. Look behind you, reach. Locking your gaze down, reverse the twist. Reach your arms forward, look down to the floor. Right hand comes down, left arm up. Straighten your elbow. Press your straight arm backward. Drop your back knee to the floor. Untuck your toes. Coming up for the low lunge. The hip flexor stretch, so important for you, for your low back health, because when your hips are tight in the front, pulls on your low back. Option, open your arms, 2 goalposts, touch and tuck. Open up, take a back bend, look up. Release your fingertips to the floor. Step your foot backward. Cat-cow. Tucking your chin, tuck your tail, press your spine up. Try to tear the mat apart with your flat hands. Inhale, lift your tail, lift your gaze. Drive the heels of your hands toward your knees. Exhale, tuck, press up, tear the mat apart with hands. Inhale, lift your tail. Drive the heels of your hands toward your knees. Hip circles. Press your hips over to the side, back to your heels, over to opposite side. One more sweeping half circle. Coming center to table, tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Gaze forward. You can hop or tiptoe to the top of your mat. Coming up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Slowly come to standing. Straighten your elbows, press your arms backward. As you lift your arms, you'll feel this almost shaking sensation as the muscles behind your shoulder blade get stronger as you use this technique. Palms together, thumbs to heart center. Samastitihi, equal standing pose. Turn to face the screen. If you've done this class before, you've practiced a fun variation moving from side squat to tree. Today, let's practice moving into modified eagle pose together. So, starting with a wide stance, open your arms to a T. Bend your left knee. You'll use your left leg to launch and balance a couple of times, just to see how that goes. Getting a little hang time. Once you've got that, practice hugging yourself and opening. Hugging, balance open as you land. When you are ready, the next time you hug, think about hugging a pole with your legs and arms. Go back, do that one more time. Slow motion, controlled work. Lock your gaze down. If you have eagle arms, practice your eagle. Hug, open, 5-pointed star. Gaze up, touch your hands above your head. Thumbs to heart center. Let's do your right side. So remember which arm was on top when you hugged. You have to switch it this time. Bend your right knee. Get your hang time, practice the hug, opposite arms. Do that a couple more times, just to see. Both sides are different. If you have a wall nearby, this is a good time to utilize that prop. Hold steady. Try, stay here. Cross your thighs. Maybe practice eagle arm, second side. Hug onto an imaginary tree. Hug, hug, hug. Eagle is a shoulder and hip opener, as well as balance. Open to 5-pointed star. Flip your palms, lift up. Press your thumbs backward, further back. Bring your palms together. Thumbs to heart center. Let's do one more little balance flow together to open up the inner thighs. If you have a wall nearby for half moon, you can find that piece of furniture, that chair, or the wall. Open your arms to a T. Turn your toes. Straighten your spine. Squeeze the floor with your feet. Lean forward an inch. Triangle pose. Bring your knuckles to the inside of your thigh. Reach your opposite arm up. Feel the complete opening through your side body and through the front of your shoulders. Spread your hands, fingers wide apart. Press your straight arm further backward. Maybe gaze up to your hand. You can stay in triangle or bring your hand to your waist, looking down to your foot. Take the opposite hand either on the furniture, the wall, or just let it be in the air. Balance, lift off. Maybe your toes come off the ground and lower. Perhaps engaging through the leg, you can lift, lock down your gaze, find your drishti, flex your ankle, turn your body to face the screen, maybe arms open wide apart. Wiggling and wobbling is natural. It's part of the process. Slowly lower your toes down. Warrior two. Transitions are graceful and strong. Straighten your leg. Turn. Second side. So get to a comfortable stance, maybe applying a little pressure like the floor might buckle underneath you. Straight arms, strong shoulders. Leaning forward just an inch, setting your body up for triangle. Bring your knuckles to the inside of your thigh. Lift your opposite arm up. You'll feel the stretch right through your bicep. Hold your triangle. This is a wonderful core strengthener and chest opener. But you have to use your arm, pressing it up and back slightly. If you'd like to practice Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, bring your hand to your waist. Look at your foot. Reach for the wall or lifting off slightly. Get your balance. Try it a couple times, and then when you're ready, you feel steady. Lift your back leg up. Flex your ankle. Gaze is steady. Body is steady. Maybe opening arms to a T. Land as softly as you are breathing into warrior two. Release. Bring your palms together. Step your feet together. Close your eyes. Inhale, sweep your arms down, up. Gaze up. Forward fold with reverence, with bhakti, with devotion. Inhale, halfway up. Touch the ground, coming down to hands and knees, hands and knees. And then turning your body so that you can use your full mat, the length of it. Press your hips backward. Pigeon or deer pose. For those of you who practice pigeon, just come to your pigeon pose. If you'd like to practice a modification that is easy on your knees but powerful on your hips, follow me. Facing your screen, walk your feet wider apart than your body. Drop your knees to the left, to the right. One more time, windshield wipering. And once your knees drop to the right, press your body up and forward. Your knees will naturally come to 90 in the back, 90 in the front. If you have your blanket, you can take it and place it under any body part that needs it. Walk your hands to the outside of your knee, on either side of your knee. Point your elbows out. Slowly lower your body down until you feel a stretch. Lift up. Lower down to your next edge. Lift up. And then lower your body down, coming to your forearms or staying high on your hands, maybe even stacking your hands and resting. One tip, the closer your body comes to your ankle and foot, the more intensely you will feel the stretch. Always respecting your body's edge. Slow down your breathing. Inhale deeply, add a breath hold, exhale slowly, almost twice as long. Continue breathing with the breath hold. You'll feel the muscles in your upper back begin to expand as your lungs pause for a heartbeat. Relax your brow, the space between your eyes, your jaws, your throat, your shoulders, coming back to your highest connection, feeling cradled by the earth, by the air around you, by the connections that sustain you, just as you do the same for others. And as your breath slows, your heartbeat drops, blood pressure gets lower. Cortisol levels take a deep dive. Your stress hormone diminishing, letting all the good that's in you flood through your system with your breath. Slowly press yourself up. If you took traditional pigeon, come through downward facing dog. Lift your leg up in the air, big circles with a bent knee. If you're coming out of deer pose with me, lean backward, a couple of windshield wipers with your feet wider than your body will get the blood flowing. Pigeon, second side. When you're ready. Deer, second side. Drop your knees to the left. Walk your body forward. Bring your hands on either side of your knee. Make sure your knees are 90-90. Flex both ankles. Fingertips in, elbows out. A few very gentle push-ups. You're just giving your outer hip rotators the message you're about to open them up. And when you're ready, come to your first edge. Your edge could be up, it could be on your elbows, it could be all the way to the floor, or walking your body towards your foot. We'll take this to the deepest variation. Start with the breath. Inhale fully, expand your back, your lungs. Hold, exhale, almost twice as long. Your breath is your medicine. It quite literally works to change your body's chemistry. It is such a powerful tool for you in your health and wellness journey, whether that involves anxiety, depression, heart disease, kidney disease, overweight, underweight. Doesn't matter. The benefits are there for you, whatever you're facing. It's because your breath signals your brain that all is well. And your brain, in response, signals to the body, all is well. Take your last 5 breaths, consciously watching how your body expands with the in-breath. Add the breath hold. Maybe counting your breath. See if it's about twice as long. The ratio 1 to 2 from in to out. Slowly press your body up. If you had traditional pigeon, press back to downward facing dog. Lift your working leg up and bend your knees circles. Otherwise, keep your feet wider than hips apart, a gentle windshield wiper side to side. Coming to legs up the wall, a very special pose for your health. Legs up the wall has been known or proven to aid in your sleep, anxiety, depression. It also reduces inflammation in the lower body. So find your wall or furniture, and once you have your wall, I like to start alongside the wall with my hands behind my back. As you lower your body down to the floor, lower down and pivot. Scoot your body so that you feel comfortable. This could be very close or slightly far away from the wall. With your legs up, adjust your feet. Some of you may wish to have your feet close together. Others may wish to step your feet far apart with the soles of your feet flat on the wall. That's another variation. Adjust your shoulders so that you feel your back is completely cradled by the earth underneath you. Turn your palms up in a gesture of surrender. Relax your brow, the space between your eyes, your jaw, cheeks, throat, and shoulders. Interlace your hands across your belly. As you breathe, feel your belly expand into the palms. As you exhale, notice how your body relaxes further into the ground. Slowly come back to awareness. Walk your feet down. Wiggle your body away from the wall till your knees are about 90 degrees. Bring your feet to the floor. Hug your knees in. Rock side to side. Maybe taking happy baby, spreading your knees apart, flex your ankles, holding on behind your knees or around the outsides or insides of your feet. When you come center, think about bringing your knees closer to the floor as you press your tailbone down to the floor, a little tug of war here. Hug your knees in. Drop your knees to the left for a twist, easy twist. Extend right arm out to the side. Adjust your body so that your shoulder comes down toward the ground. Palm is facing up. One more breath here. Hug your knees in. Flex and point through your toes. Maybe roll your feet around, spread your toes apart. And twist, opposite side. Fetal twist, knees are stacked. Extend your left arm out. Palm facing up. Wiggle your body so that your shoulder comes down to the ground. Stretch, extend, maybe gaze. Gather your knees to your chest. Roll your feet again. Roll to your side to press up. Take your seat facing the screen. And as you do so, bring your palms together, rest your thumbs in your heart. May the love, light, kindness, and compassion that radiates all around you shine straight out through your lifted heart. Remember, you are connected. We are all one. Om Shanti, peace. Namaste. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me this morning. I will unmute you and